Hello everybody, welcome. Today I'm doing this nail art look with wraps. It's not art. Why do I like wraps? Well, they're easy. It's a good way to get beautiful, quick art on my nails. It also is a great way to help my manicure last a long time, and it also protects my nails from chipping. This polish I'm using is Culture Shop by Monarch Lacquer that I got at Polish Pickup. I am going to go ahead and swatch this so you guys can see the beauty of this polish on its own. And then we're going to get started with the nail wraps. Culture Shock by Monarch Lacquer is a bright teal with glowy blue-green aurora shimmer and green reflective sparkle. I picked this one up from March 2025 Polish Pickup. I love this polish. It is so beautiful, and I only needed one coat of top coat. So in the next part of the video that's coming up, I am going to show you how I put on the nail wraps. I have my nephew coming and I won't get a chance to do my nails, and this is a great way to protect my manicure and get a long-lasting manicure. I find nail wraps really work great over nail polish. So I painted my nails yesterday evening. No, when did I paint my nails? Yesterday. It's been 18 hours exactly. So I'm going to take this here and I'm going to put this transparent wrap that I got from Lillian Fox over my nail. So I just cut off the end. Save this because I'm going to put my wrap that I don't use back in there. And now this is a transparent overlay. This is a fishnet design. So I'm going to put this over my completely dry nail polish and then file off the edges. Such an easy thing to do. And for me, I know what works for me is I like to cut here down the center because I'm only going to use at most one side because my nails are small. And I'm going to put that in the package here in a minute. I'm just going to lay it there because I might need it. There's a plastic film on here that you can take off. But I use some tape here. I put that down on there. And then I can peel off that plastic film that's on there. So now I just size this to my nail. This one will go on my largest finger, which is this one. This one goes on this thumb. That one's a little smaller. I don't use these two because they're too big for my nails, and I'll save them. I can trim them down for another nail. I use this one for my pinky. I use this one, actually, the next smallest, for my index finger. And then I use this one for my ring and that one for my middle. So let's get these going. This is pinky. And my nails are short, so I can cut these down the center here. And this is the smaller end, so I put that on the smaller nail. This hand's just, my left hand's just slightly smaller than my right hand. And then I'll cut this one down the middle. This one is my ring finger, so I'm just going to set it there. Ready to go. I'll start with my pinky, and I'll just use my fingers. And we want to, I use my fingers, but I'm having a hard time pulling that, separating it. I just use yeah, I didn't need all that. There we go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm going to trim out. Now, since these are transparent, you don't have to be super precise with trimming the edges, which is really nice. So I just set this onto my nail, kind of in the center, push down, and go side to side, like so. Use the end of my tool that I have here, and we'll rub down these edges. I like to rub it down to the ends of my nail. Now, I did take alcohol and wipe over my nails before I started doing this because I wanted to make sure. There's two ways you can do this. You can file it off, or you can use your cuticle or your little scissors here to trim it. On this nail, I'm going to trim it since my nails are long enough I can see to do so. Otherwise, I just file it. There you go. And then we just push down the edges, and if there's any little pieces that you didn't trim, you can just trim it. Just be careful not to trim your nail. So now I have some quick nail art on this nail. Now, normally what I do is trim this first before I take off the film. Let's get this, and then we'll take that off. Center it over the nail, and then I'll just push it down. You can push it down with your finger down the center, and then I'll wrap it around the edges there, that curve. I'm just using my finger to get that smoothed down real good. You can use the file that comes with it. Now, I personally like to use a glass file, a nano glass file. This has a very fine grit. And then what I do is I push this over the edge, and then I file up and down to break, to get that clean cut. Now with a glass file, with a nano file, you can file in more than one direction. I find that it works better to do that. If you have a piece that didn't come through, just file it again. Move that over to the side. Let me brush away some of this excess of the powder. So now we have two nails that are wrapped with that beautiful polish poking through. Woo! How pretty is that? Now I like to file the edge after I've trimmed it. Now, if you put a quick dry top coat on top of these, it will cause the wrap to shrink. So you don't want to use a quick dry top coat. You want to use a regular top coat on your nail wrap. One of the recommended top coats is Sally Hansen's Miracle Gel top coat. Some top coats can react with the nail wrap, so keep that in mind, because they might peel off. Some people do a base coat of gel and then a top coat of gel on top, and that gives you more strength and durability for your manicure. So why do I use nail wraps? I use nail wraps when I don't have time to do any kind of nail art, but I want my nails pretty for a long period of time, because it doesn't chip. And the other thing is, it also helps my nails grow. I just have a hard time finding clear nail wraps to put on top of my polish and my own personal art, so I just buy the transparent with a little simple art on here. So we'll set that down. And get that on. Now for me, you don't have to do what I'm doing, but I like to not waste, so I do cut them in half for my nails. And I'll do this one and then I'll file both. Here's a good thing about these transparent ones. You know, they can be a little smaller than your nail, you know? No one's gonna get up and scrutinize your nail all the way to the cuticle area, you know? So, I'm gonna go ahead and, I like to go perpendicular or even at a sharper angle if I can. That just depends on your nail length. Like on this hand, my nails are so short, I'm gonna have to file underneath. And I'll show you how I do a short nail. Look at there. So this index finger is pretty short, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. What I do is I just go under, let me get rid of this dust. I'm gonna pull the wrap to the edge. And, you know, I'm using my finger to hold that edge. I'm just gonna start it there. Seeing it starting to break free. I kind of do it on this other side here too. The downside, I only can do this with the nano file, because if I use another file, it lifts up the wrap. And it can get dust under the edge here, which can cause lifting. So the recommended is to do this. And you can do that with the short nail too. And if I have a piece that's not free, I'll come over to the edge and we'll file it free. The other reason I like a nano glass file is it doesn't take off any length as I'm filing the nail wrap off. Because my thumbs are too long to split this in half. I definitely could, but I can't get this perfectly because my thumbs are big. And then I do like to use my tool here. I really want to make sure these edges are down. And I'm going to do that right before I top coat. I'm going to press it down and then I'll put my top coat on. So I'll just fold that over and I'm going to get that edge there. That edge there. You can also just use a regular glass file too. Now a regular glass file, you'd want to go up and down. Just want to see if it's torn apart. Nope, not yet. There we go. the dust off. Look at there. What a pretty little quick protective manicure here. All right, so I'm gonna finish this off camera and we'll come back with top coating. Okay, I have just applied my nail wraps on top of my nails. Now I'll just take a brush and I want to get rid of all the dust, that's filing dust that may have gotten on my nails. So I want them to be clean. I'm not using any alcohol because I don't want alcohol to mess up the finish of the wrap. Now I take this tool here and I make sure all the edges are good and down, even along the tip of the nail. Okay, and then I just take my top coat and apply. Just apply one layer top coat. It's in the way. Apply one layer top coat. I make sure I extend past that wrap just a little bit. If you use a fast drying top coat, it causes these edges to kind of curl and lift. So don't use a fast dry top coat. You don't need a fast dry top coat because there is no polish that's drying. So this top coat will dry so fast anyway, so. I'll get some acetone and clean up any or a cuticle stick. Just get up any excess that floods your sidewalls, just like you would normally, like a manicure. It's already dry. It's already dry. Yeah, I mean, here is a great way to protect your nail color, to have extended wear. I don't have any. What I love about this is this will last me a week. It probably could last longer, but I don't personally recommend wearing wraps longer than that because they're not gel and they can lift and you can get moisture under them, which can cause, you can get greenies. So you want to make sure that, personally, I take them off in a week. And the reason I take them off in a week wear is because I have peely nails. And I know moisture is going to get under there. So yeah, there is a great way to add some art to some beautiful colors. The reflective glitter is not coming through. Huh. So that's good to know. The shimmer's coming through, but not the reflective glitters. And the shimmer, I see the shimmer just fine. It's the reflective glitters that are muted in this polish. Huh. Well, that's kind of sad. No, I'm not mad. I'd rather have a wrap on here than not. Well, that is it. That is this beautiful polish wrapped in a beautiful transparent overlay from Lily & Fox. So I'm excited to wear this color and see the shimmer. Unfortunately, not the reflective glitter particles, but I still think this is stunning looking. And my nails will have a week to grow without getting chipped or anything. Whee! If you do decide to do transparent overlays, the recommendation is to wait a few hours before you put your hands in hot water or take a hot shower or anything like that. As always, do proper nail care, like Wear gloves if you can when you wash your dishes. Don't use your fingers as tools, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I do all those things. I still get nails peeling and chipping and not wanting to grow. So yeah, I'm gonna keep using these nail wraps for this. And I'm gonna see if I can find some clear ones. Because if I can find some clear ones, that would be even better, because then I can still do my stamping art and things and have the polish, have that shine through instead of this pre-made art, you know? So what I do, I didn't tell you guys this. I saved my wraps. I just put them back in the container here. Tap it down. I get some tape about the length of the wrap container. I need to put that on my grocery list. Well, not grocery list, but Amazon list. And I'll just kind of do this here. And I'll just fold over the tape. And if there's any sticky parts, like I folded this over really good, I don't feel any sticky. But if I feel any sticky, I just trim it off. There's no sticky. So now I got this ready for next time. I love nail wraps and I love nail polish. Oh gosh, I love it all. Anyway, if you have watched to the end of this video, let me tell you something. You're pretty awesome. And I have a lot of awesome subscribers. And we have a little great community here on my channel. So come be part of my community. If you like my content, if you like this video, I'd like to have you part of my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.